Hello, my name is Rachel and I am the Thrifty Crocheter. I'm not very jolly today. Look at what's a migraine this morning. So I could not take my dad to his boxing class today. And I had this migraine all day. Twice a day I've taken 2 leave. And I just took 2 Excedrin migraine. And I've been drinking pop because my body just cannot deal without caffeine. And it's slowly going away. And it's also made my eyes hurt and my stomach hurt. It's one of those where everything is loud. Like light makes a sound. Everything else and every other sound is like modified. But I still wanted to come on here. It's like late afternoon, early evening. So, today is October the 14th. It's a multiple of 4 stitches plus 2. I like that they've decided to use fall colors for this one. So I think it's a multi, and it makes it hard to see what it looks like. But in person, and I don't know if you can see it well enough, but to me it almost looks like it has a basket weave kind of texture to it. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but that's what it looks like to me. 365 days of kindness. October the 14th. Constant and change. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night shall not cease. Genesis 8:22. Well, it's definitely harvest time, and it's definitely fall, where we live. You never know if it's going to be fall or summer right now. It's just been kind of weird. Okay. The seasons are a great reminder that even though things are all around us might change, there are still some constants. One of the things that remain constant is that we know that summer will always arrive. Even though leaves may begin to fall in the autumn, we know they will be back. This is true of our life circumstances as well. You might feel as though many things in your life are falling apart. Maybe you have yet to mend a broken relationship or move to a new house. You might have to start looking for a job. These things can be unsettling, and you could be feeling depression or despair. Renew your hope today by remembering the seasons. Winter might be on its way, but during this time, there will be healing and renewal, so you are prepared for the coming spring. Act of kindness. Leave an encouraging chalk message on the sidewalk. That's a pretty cool idea. I've actually seen people do stuff like that before. I mean, like a hopscotch, or the one particular case I saw where this dad and his boy were always out for a walk, and he'd be riding his bike. The boy would ride his bicycle, and he would always go driving around, ride his bicycle in this guy's driveway. So then he decides, and of course the ring light would make it come on, lights come on, and so the guy in this house, this driveway, the little kid keeps riding his bike, and he decided to put in little tracks around there, and so the boy would ride around the track on the driveway, and some people would go riding or skipping along on it. I thought that was the coolest thing. I've seen some people turn their sidewalks into like a Monopoly board, or they might turn it into some other game, and people can have fun on it. So that's a really cool idea. Daily guidepost for grandmothers. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. Richard, my oldest grandson, had shown early signs of artistic talent, and since I'm an amateur painter, his mom asked me to give him a weekly art lesson. I let him experiment with pastels, watercolors, and acrylic paints, but he limited himself by making line drawings first, before he used any colors. Finally, one day, I set up a photo of a tiger for a model and said, Don't draw any lines. Just imagine an invisible tiger on your paper. Color his white throat, his cream chest, his tan sides, his red-brown back and head. Only after coloring his whole shape may you put in his eyes, nose, mouth, and stripes. Richard worked with pastels until he completed a tiger-colored cloud. Then he added facial features and lastly the stripes. On his paper hunkered a truly impressive tiger. Sometimes I felt that God is an art teacher and I'm the student. My life is my canvas. Like Richard, I try to draw details before I paint my basic design. I pray, help me to be more patient. And God says, be filled with the Spirit. I want to be a better grandmother. And God says, don't be anxious about anything, but trust me. I pray for a more organized household. And God says, forgive your husband. I think I'm beginning to understand. I need to have the shape and color of Christ within me before my Christian stripes will look real. Father, help me to be a true artist as you inspire me through the Spirit of Christ living in me. Elsie Larson. That one was really, really cool. And very inspiring. That was really awesome. Gives you something to think about, really. Want yourself to shine, you really need to get into the Word and get into being with other Christians and praying, and in order for yourself to shine better. Okay, and last but not least, the illustrated words of Jesus for women. October the 14th. Forgive as you are forgiven. And like the last two were also talking about forgiveness. The 12th was forgiveness for all, and the 13th was forgive yourself. And this one is forgive as you are forgiven. Shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you? Matthew 18:33. In continuing the story of the man who had been forgiven of a huge debt, Jesus said that the man had another man thrown in jail because of a small debt the man owed him. Where is the justice in that? Since the man received a grace for a big debt, why didn't he offer the other man grace for a small debt? What's the message? Forgive as you have been forgiven. Sure, there will be times when others wrong you and hurt you, sometimes on purpose, sometimes not. How should you respond? Plain and simple, just forgive. To be a Christian means to forgive the inexcusable because God has forgiven the inexcusable in you. C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis is a very great author. Go look him up. He has written several books. Some of you may know, because they have made movies of his books. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is one of them, and there's a whole list of books that goes with that one. Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is first, but there's I believe there are 3 other books in that series. I think it says 4 books total. Maybe wrong. It's been a long time since I read the series. But yeah, he's he's written like Screw Tape Letters. The Horse and the Boy. I can't think of everything, but he's written several books, and he's a tremendous author. Go read his books. Trust me. Of course, last but not least, our prayer square. This small swatch of yarn has been woven with prayers. As you hold this swatch in your hand, may you feel God's strength, love, and peace flow and know that He holds you in His hands. And may God bless and comfort you in your time of need and give you peace. Amen. Love y'all. Bye.